Hello investors. EV to EBITDA is a very popular valuation metric that helps investors to compare companies in order to gauge its valuation. That is, it helps to gauge a company is financially healthy or not. It's better to compare this ratio for various companies in the same sector. Valuation below 10 is normally considered undervalued and healthy. Let's now understand EV to EBITDA ratio. EV, that is the enterprise value, is a measure used to value a company in real as far as its business operations are concerned. It makes more sense to use EV than market capitalization to value a company. EV in fact can be considered as the theoretical takeover price of a company. So you can see on my screen enterprise value EV equals market capitalization plus total debt, which includes both long and short term debts, plus preferred stocks, and again to that we add minority interest, and from the total value we subtract the cash and cash equivalents. Let's analyze why EV is denoted by such a formula. For that, let's consider an example of a company, BB Industries, which decides to take over and buy company, say ABC Industries Limited. ABC is currently trading at $100 per share in the stock market as it is publicly listed, and number of shares outstanding for the company is say 10,000 numbers. So the market capitalization is derived by multiplying 100 with 10,000, which will give you 10 lakh, that is $1 million. Now ABC Industries is having a debt of $5 lakh. If BB Industries has to buy ABC Industries, it definitely has to pay off the market capitalization, but also it has to pay the debt to the lenders of ABC Industries. Those are probably the banks. Hence the market capitalization is added with the debt of the company, and finally the cash has opposite effect as that of the debt. BB Industries can use the cash available with ABC Industries to pay off the debt and hence effectively reduce the total price of the purchase for BB Industries. And hence in the EV formula, the cash is subtracted unlike debt. Now the figures which are remaining are preferred stock and minority interest. Both of these concepts or terms I had explained in earlier sessions of my series. So one is the stock with priority dividend payout and priority payoff in case of company bankruptcy, and the other one, which is a minority interest, are those stakeholders with non-controlling holdings in the company other than the equity shareholders. Now let's come to the denominator value of the EV to EBITDA, which is EBITDA. So EBITDA, EBITDA stands for earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization. All these terms are again explained in my earlier sessions. Now on the screen, let us take an example of ABC Industries, and I have listed the income statement of ABC Industries. So you can see the revenue, the operating expenses. So revenue minus operating expenses, you will get a value. Then non-operating expenses includes amortization, depreciation, interest expense, which is otherwise called finance cost in the financial statement of Indian companies. Then you have taxes. So revenue minus operating expense minus non-operating expense, which include amortization, depreciation, interest expense and taxes, will give you the net income, otherwise called the profit after tax. So that is now calculated as $58,500. So again, this interest expense, which otherwise called the finance cost in the income statement, is nothing but the interest expense the company has to pay for its long and short term debts combined. So now that you are very clear on the terms EV and EBITDA, now let us take the ratio of both to derive at the ratio we are analyzing. Now again, coming back to the income statement, so you have this PAT of $50,500. On the screen you can see once you add this PAT plus taxes, you will get the earnings before tax, which is 80,000 plus 50,500, which will give you $1,38,500. Now again, if you add net income plus taxes plus interest expense, then you will get EBIT, which is earnings before interest and tax. So that is again computed as $1,73,500. Again, to this figure, if you add amortization and depreciation, then you will get the figure which we want, which is the EBITDA. So that is again calculated as $2 lakh. Now that we know the EBITDA, now we have to find out the enterprise value of ABC Industries. So you have the market capitalization as 1 million, total debt as $5 lakh, and cash equivalents as $1,50,000. So the enterprise value is computed as $13,50,000. So EBITDA is 2 lakh. So EV to EBITDA ratio is nothing but $13,50,000 divided by 2 lakh, which will give you 6.75 as the EV to EBITDA ratio. EV to EBITDA ratio of 6.75 is a good value as it is below 10, as I mentioned in the session. This value of EV to EBITDA under 10 is considered as a healthy company. Another ratio which we use similar to this is EV to total sales of the company. Again, this is very much normally used by many analysts and the value should be preferably below 10. Hope you use this ratio wisely for your investment themes in your investment journey. Happy investing.